Now, please convince us you're okay with your prophet marrying his adopted son's wife, who for a season was his daughter-in-law. Let me give you an example what I mean. You're my adopted son. You got married. You divorce her, and then I marry her, and she becomes your stepmother. So you're okay now with your ex-wife being your stepmother, a woman that you saw naked and slept with, who's now sleeping with your dad, who's now your mother. You're okay with that?
Can I say something?
Yes.
I want to say that like in the time of like the 7th century, in the time of the prophet, and at like in Arabia itself, like they had different like traditions and cultures. Like you can't like impose like
you know you're going to embarrass yourself with that argument, right, James?
I wouldn't do what you just described right there, but
James, you're going to embarrass yourself by saying that, because your prophet is supposed to be an example for all generations, not just the 7th century. And didn't your prophet destroy certain customs that people observed because they were bad?
Yes, he did.
Oh, but he kept this custom that was evil. How convenient. So let me ask you the question again. Would you be okay with your adoptive father taking your divorced wife and marrying her, a woman that you had naked in bed and was having sex with, who's now your mother, and you have to honor as your mother?
No, that's not okay. Like I wouldn't do anything like that. But
okay, but no, hold on. Did your prophet then abolish adoption after he married his daughter-in-law?
I believe adoption is abolished.
Oh, and you have no problem. So now help us understand your logic. Your prophet married his adopted son's wife to be an example for other people, so they can marry their adopted sons' wives when they're divorced. But then shortly after that, he then abolished adoption. Didn't Allah know he was going to abolish adoption?
I'm sorry, but did he abolish adoption? Or
yeah, he did. Allah abolished it according to you. So your God, who's not the God revealed in Jesus, because the God revealed in Jesus doesn't abolish adoption, he adopts children. But your God that you decided to follow abolished adoption. And you're okay with that? So this humane practice of adoption, Allah got rid of, but marrying your adopted son's divorced wife, he was okay with it. So something immoral he was okay with, but something humane he abolished. Yeah, you make sense, James. I'm ready to take Shahada.
Yeah, so adoption is abolished, but that doesn't mean that Muslims can't take in like stray children into their families.
You can't, when they're old enough, you can't have them in your house because of your women folk cannot freely mix with those who are not forbidden for them. Don't let me bring up breastfeeding as an example, where Muhammad had a woman suckle a grown man with her tit because he had abolished adoption, and her husband is now uncomfortable with him in the house because there was nothing forbidding him from lusting for his wife. So Muhammad said, let him suck your tit and now he'll be your foster son. You don't want to open that can of worms, do you? So let me ask the question again, because you went far afield. Didn't your God Allah know that he was going to abolish adoption right after Muhammad was going to marry Zayd's wife?
I don't understand. He did abolish adoption.
No, you're not. No, he didn't abolish it when your prophet married her. 33:37 just told you the reason why he married her was to be an example for other people to marry their adopted sons' wives. Did you just read 33:37? Read it. It's right there.
Okay, so we gave her to you in marriage so that there would be no blame on the believers for marrying the ex-wives of the
what?
Adopted sons.
Okay, so at that time when your prophet did it, adoption was still allowed, right?
Yes.
So, but didn't your God Allah know that he was then going to abolish adoption?
Yes, God
so why did he allow Muhammad marry his adopted son's wife when he knew he was going to abolish adoption, so that this example Muhammad is meaningless because it can't be an example for anyone anymore? There's no more adoption.
Yeah, can I say something?
Yeah, go
ahead. Like throughout the Quran, like there are many revelations that it's not to say like they're not relevant anymore, but they get like superseded by like better revelations from God.
You mean it's better to abolish adoption, a humane practice, but it was not as good to then lust for your adopted son's wife, who then ended up divorcing her so you can marry her? So now it's better to abolish adoption? That's better to get rid of adoption. That's better. I want you to say it again. Getting rid of adoption, robbing children of having a father or a mother that they can look to because Allah abolished adoption. That's better? Please say it's better. Yes, my God did what was better. He abolished adoption, leaving hundreds of thousands of orphans without the opportunity to be adopted and call anyone mommy and daddy, or barren parents, women who can't have children, robbing them of the opportunity of adopting a child and calling that child son or daughter, because that's better, much better what your God did. Can you say that, please? I want to hear it. I want it recorded.